So, what is the best way to monetize your niche site in 2022 and beyond? That's what I want to talk about in this video because I see a big change happening over the past 6+ months or so, where it used to be that niche sites were monetized almost entirely. Well, not entirely, but the majority of our monetization was with affiliate marketing. The change that I've seen lately, in part because of Google, which we'll talk about, is more towards monetizing with ads, a media vine or an ad thrive. So let's talk in this video kind of the sea change that I'm seeing in niche site monetization. So I've been making niche sites since way back in 2014. You can see my Amazon account screenshot. The first time I got paid from Amazon was from April of 2014. And the way that we used to create these niche sites back then is with those heavy affiliate content, which I'll talk about in a second. So this is just a random site that I found, but this is the type of content that we used to monetize with. And you know, you still can monetize. This content still performs relatively well, which I'll talk about. But this example is the best bagpipes, okay? Like, what a random article. Now, obviously, the person who wrote this article has never used any of the bagpipes featured in this article, but this is a standard kind of roundup review. It's 5 bagpipes, right? And you talk about the features and the pros and cons, and you do like a 250-word summary of the product, right? And you know, the way that I used to build my niche sites is that this is what all of the content was. Like literally 100% of the content used to be kind of these roundup reviews, and it worked really well because Google couldn't really tell, or they didn't really care whether you were using the products or not. And that was affiliate marketing, affiliating niche sites for, again, when I started in 2014, all the way up to, I would say, a few years ago, where it was strict affiliate content. Now, for many different reasons, niche site owners started to diversify a little bit. Part of that was because ad networks like Mediavine and AdThrive popped up, who were paying really good, and we'll also talk about that. But a big reason why I see the sea change is obviously because of Google, right? So Google introduced their product review update, which more or less says that Google wants you to show them and show your audience that you're actually using the products that you're quote unquote reviewing, right? If you're saying that this is a review of the 5 best bagpipes, well, Google wants to see that you have experience using the product, that you've purchased the product, that you have your hands on the product, you have photos of the product, right? First-hand experience. That's basically what this update is all about. Now, you can imagine for niche sites that are creating this type of content, the best bagpipes, right? They've obviously, as I said, have never used the bagpipes, right? So they're kind of running afoul of Google's new update. Now, that said, it's definitely still possible to rank this type of content in Google right now without using the products. And the reason is that, let me come back here. So the reason for that is that Google still has to rank 10 sites on the page, on page 1 for every single search query, right? And if I Google best bagpipes, I actually don't know where that site is ranking. If no website has ever reviewed bagpipes hands-on, then Google has to rank someone who's never used them. And I see that a lot. You know, if you just do kind of random product review searches, best product A, B, C, D, and just look at the search results, you'll see plenty of sites ranking on, you know, spot 1, 2, or 3 who don't actually use the product. So it's not the end of affiliate marketing that way in terms of these roundup reviews, but Google is clearly telling us, right? Future looking, we want to see you using these products. All right, now let's talk about ad networks, right? There's really 2 main ways to monetize a niche site at the base level. There's the affiliate links, which I showed you earlier, and monetizing with ads, right? Again, the 2 big players here are Mediavine and AdThrive. And the reason this is becoming a much more attractive option for niche site owners is that we don't have to create all of that best XYZ roundup content that we're not using the products and we might get penalized by Google. We can just create informational content or non-product focused content. And if we get enough traffic, right, this is the big key. If we can get enough traffic, we can make a decent income with just a Mediavine or an AdThrive, or even an Ezoic. So here's one of my small niche sites here. It's in Ezoic. It's not making a ton of money, but I'm showing you the EPMV, which is basically the RPM, right? And you can see it's hovering around $30 here recently, which for Ezoic is pretty good, okay? So $30 EPMV. Now, this screenshot is from my Mediavine account for a website that I sold for 6 figures, and my RPM was hovering around $35 right here as well. So again, an RPM of 30 plus, and I've seen on Twitter, some people have RPMs in the 40s, the 50s, even the 60s, right? So for every 1,000 sessions to make $50, let's say, which is definitely on the high side. So 10,000 sessions, you're making $500. 100,000 sessions, you're making $5,000 per month, and you don't really have to do anything. All you have to do is write your content, and Mediavine and AdThrive are going to do all of the monetization for you. So that's definitely the big upside with working with an ad network. Again, we don't really have to do anything. Once we get into the ad network, they pretty much, at least Mediavine and AdThrive, do all of the work for you. All you have to do is focus on publishing content and getting your traffic higher. Now, the downside is, to make $5,000 per month, you do need a lot of traffic, right? Probably 100,000 page views or more per month, which is not a small amount. With affiliate marketing, when you're writing those best review roundups, you can make more money on a per page view basis. So you needed less traffic to get to that amount. So look, I don't think affiliate marketing is dead. Obviously, if you can get your hands on products to review, then affiliate marketing is definitely here to stay. It's just the degree of difficulty has gotten much harder and is only gonna get harder because of what Google is laying out here and what they expect to see. Not every niche site owner can be the wire cutter where we can get hands-on reviews of all of these different products. It's very expensive. It's very time consuming. And that's why I do see a big shift, and I'm doing this with my own niche sites, towards informational type content where we're just answering questions and solving problems with content, and we're not doing those best bagpipe type articles. So I'm definitely curious to hear from you guys. What do you think about monetization with affiliate marketing versus display ads, and where you see things going forward?